Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Today we want to do our standard due diligence on Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR, and this is as of February 10th, 2022. And if you're not familiar with Corsair Gaming already, they're together with their subsidiaries. They design, market gaming and streaming peripherals globally, including gamer and creator peripherals, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, stream decks, USB, so a full range of products and accessories for gamers, streamers, creators, etc. They have streaming software, power supplies, cooling, so again the full suite, custom built gaming PCs, so everything for the gamer, streaming creator, etc. They also, you can see they have some services, so they offer coaching and training on their services. So really a full support for gamers, creators, streamers, etc. They've got some retailers, some online retailers. They've been around for a while, but as we'll see, it looks like they IPO'd in late 2020, and we'll see they haven't done poorly. They've done pretty well. Corsair Gaming seems to recently also be a popular stock in the Wall Street Bets Reddit group. So it's a popular stock. It's got some audience behind it, some support behind it. I'm sure the gaming community is behind it, and the gaming community is pretty devout. So let's take a look at Corsair Gaming. See if this is a stock we want to watch. Do we want to buy it now? How does it look from a due diligence standpoint? The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. Okay, if we take a very quick look at Corsair Gaming's homepage, I'll put the link to their English version of their homepage in the description box below. We can see they offer gaming gear, streaming gear, PC components, gaming PC software, and then they have a community. If we just scroll down, we can see some of their products very quickly. Again, cases, so custom built computers, keyboards, headsets, monitors, audio, etc. So they've got, again, a full range of products for cameras, mice, etc., power supplies, a full suite of products for gamers, creators. Here's gaming, they're helping you with training and support in the gaming area. Again, here's some of their products. Their boxes look pretty cool. Again, custom built mouses, cameras. Again, very focused on gaming. Very cool, very modern, etc. Here's their social media sites. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's one of the rare companies that I've seen that has a TikTok site. They have a YouTube channel. They've got a Twitch channel, which is a community like YouTube where gamers stream, etc. So again, we can see they have a broad range of products, services, support, good social media presence. If we flip over to their Twitter page, we can see they're active on social media, and so again, very modern, very digital, millennial, and younger generation oriented, so you can see the attraction with the younger crowd. So Now let's actually dig into the business and their financials and how healthy is the business. Is this a stock that's worth buying? Let's take a real quick look at Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR in FinViz. This is the profile in FinViz. You can find our affiliate link for FinViz, including the description box below. We can see from their initial chart it's been in a declining channel for quite some time. Looks like it bottomed out here in late January of 2022 and then went flat, and then recently took an upturn. Looks like it broke above that channel, broke above some of its moving averages, maybe swinging up. That looks very positive. If we go out to a weekly chart, just very quickly, again we'll see it looks like they IPO'd back in September of 2020. So they haven't been on the market for very long, but it looks like they did pretty well as an IPO, and it looks like it's still above its IPO closing price, which it high'd around 1833 in the month of its IPO, load about 14. So it's done pretty well, unlike most of the IPOs the past couple of years have declines from their IPO price. So again, that looks pretty positive. On a weekly basis, it's still hovering below its moving averages, but we see it looks like it may have established a nice bottom and may be swinging up on a weekly chart. So again, that looks positive. It's still below its averages. It has been trending down, but maybe this is the opportunity for a swing up. Again, looks like a positive opportunity so far. They're making money. That's a very positive thing for a technology type of company. You can see they're in the technology computer hardware. And we'll see as we dig deeper that I don't know, we'll see if there's any news or mention of supply chain issues, but they seem to be doing very well, so they must be managing their supply chain issues pretty well. So again, they're making money. They've got great sales, $1.2 billion in sales, positive income. So unlike a lot of technology companies, they're actually making money. They recently reported earnings on February 8th, so that upturn seems to be positive receipt of their earnings. Again, we'll see what the news has to say. We can see there's not a lot of difference between the shares outstanding and the float, and it's a little bit heavily shorted, so it's over a 10% short float. So the potential with, some backing from Wall Street Bets, Reddit, etc., you might be able to squeeze, although it's a large share float, so it's a little difficult to squeeze. Got a target price in the 30s, so again, it's showing some relative upside. And in FinViz, we can see that there's a resistance, a pivot point in that 30 range. So a decent amount of upside right now. What we can see is, $9, $10 worth of upside. On the weekly, we saw a bottom around 14, so $7 downside. So not a bad risk reward from what we can see so far. Not huge amount of debt, so that again, positive signs. If we look briefly at some of the news, it looks like the earnings were positively received. We see some competitive news had an impact on them, and that's probably okay. Previous revenue miss, so back in October they had a revenue miss and decline, but their recent earnings were positive and positive. Okay, so they had a couple earnings miss and went down, so that may explain that downward channel that we were seeing. And now they had positive earnings, and now it looks like it might be swinging back up. We can see revenue has been increasing. That's positive. We can see EPS has been increasing, and that's positive as well. Let's look at the quarterly. Okay, so quarterly they had a little bit of a decline in revenue, maybe pandemic, maybe supply chain related. EPS also. So quarterly they've had a recent decline. So again, we've seen a decline in the stock price recently, and it looks like we're seeing a potential upturn. So let's continue our due diligence and see if we can find any other reasons that Corsair may be stock to watch, stock to buy now. Okay, let's take a quick look at Corsair Gaming and Seeking Alpha. I'm on their profile in Seeking Alpha. I'll put a direct link to this profile for Corsair Gaming in the description box below. We see their chart, etc. Let's do a quick scan for some news and analysis. Okay. So they're saying, okay, the supply chain risks are not explaining why it's that cheap. Okay. Falling knife back in December. So again, it had negative sentiment for a while back in December. Now they're talking about a bounce back. We can see earnings. They beat. Okay, so the February 8 beat on revenue, beat on EPS, and that was positively received. We see they have a partner with a motorsports. That's positive. Acquiring Halo. Okay, so gaming news may have an impact on them. Video game sales. Okay, so reopening, people they benefited from the lockdown, and they get penalized for reopening. So this is kind of a seesaw pandemic play. So just be aware, reopening, people assume they're going to be gaming, spending money on gaming type stuff less. Lockdown, spending more. So they probably got a benefit from the holiday season as well, and that may explain their recent positive earnings report. You can see the ratings, authors bullish, Wall Street bullish, and quants negative. So, well, again, and we'll see this when we get in ChartMill and look at their technical analysis. We saw it's in a declining channel, and that may be changing. So we can see revenue looks good, increasing, projected to increase on an annual basis. See with the quarterly. So we see it kind of peaked in Q4 of 2021. They're projecting pretty much flat going forward. Earnings for quarters, they're projecting a slight increase, and they beat. So that's positive. If we look annually, okay, again, projecting growth. So, okay, here's a profitable technology growth stock. So that sounds pretty good right now. Enterprise value looks good. Valuation looks okay. Growth, 12% growth. Again, this looks like a growth stock, a technology growth stock, and they're profitable. Their returns are positive. That looks good. They don't pay a dividend. Capital structure, they have some debt, $300 million in debt, $65 million in cash. So something to watch, for potential dilution. As long as their free cash flow is positive, we're okay. But we don't want to see dilution, right? It's got a lot of volume, so it's a liquid stock. VC firm, very large private equity VC firm holding. Very small institution, relatively small institutional, some insiders. So retail is a small portion of this right now. It's being held mostly by VC firms, private equity firms. So you want to watch for buying and selling from those firms. That will obviously, because of the size, that will obviously impact the share price. Short interest here, they're showing 30%. So somewhere there's a discrepancy. FinViz showed something in the teens, and this is showing 30%. So that is a potential short squeeze candidate. Large days to cover, 10. Beta is negative, so that says, or it's positive but less than 1, so it moves less than the market index, and it has a very positive Altman Z, so this says solvency is not an issue. So even though their cash positions seem kind of low, it looks like they're in good shape from a solvency cash flow standpoint. Income statement, EPS is positive. Cash per share, debt, yeah, we saw they have some debt. Okay, little negative free cash flow. So the Altman Z says their solvency is not at issue, but they've got negative free cash flow. So again, just be aware of decreases in cash that may potentially cause dilution. Obviously, going into the environment that we're going into with raising interest rates, getting loans is going to be more costly and harder, just because they're more costly. So they might not be able to get more cash from debt, and therefore they might have to dilute and increase share price, which would obviously impact the share price itself. So that's what we can find from Seeking Alpha, and let's continue with our due diligence and see if, okay, let's continue our due diligence of Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR and ChartMill. This is the profile for Corsair Gaming and ChartMill. I'll put a direct link to this in the description box below, and you can get your version of ChartMill and use ChartMill for yourself for your due diligence via our affiliate link in the description box below. If we look at their overall profile, we can see the technical analysis and setup ratings are currently both poor. We saw it's been in a declining channel for quite some time. Looks like it breached and then bounced off of its lower trend line. Swung back up. Looks like it's breaching its moving averages. Looks like a positive swing. Looks like it's trying to swing back up, which is positive. The fundamental overall we can see is neutral. Valuation is neutral, profitability neutral, growth slightly positive, health slightly negative. And you can also see news and profile information here in the overview in ChartMill as well. If we look at their stock chart from a daily basis, again we can see this declining trend channel for some time, and now a potential bottom and swing back up, starting to breach the moving averages. So that looks like a positive swing setup. If we zoom to the weekly briefly, we see similar bottom, nice bottom. Looks like almost a potential tweezer, not quite a tweezer, and then it's starting to breach test these moving averages upper trend line in the weekly chart, which again looks positive for a potential swing breakout. If we look at the technical analysis, again the technical rating is poor. It's been declining for some time. We can see support and resistance levels. There's some support areas around 21, 18. We can see the setup currently is poor. It's bad setup because again it's been declining for some time. It's only recently starting to turn up. Has high volume. Short-term trends neutral. Performance is bad. It's been trending down. So the past setup is poor. We see there's a resistance at 2251 and 21. Some narrow support resistance. And again, we can see it's starting to try to breach that upper trend line. So if we get a breakout, that could be very positive if it's swinging up and breaking out at this point. Look at the fundamentals quickly. Again, neutral 5. Profitability, the returns look positive to neutral. Valuation, again, it says it has a low PEG ratio if it's neutral. The negative is price to book. It's a tech stock. I'm not all that concerned about the price to book so much. It's got positive growth, 7. That's very positive. Earnings per share is growing. That's positive. The revenue curve showing increasing earnings EPS. That's positive. Health has very positive Altman Z. Again, that's a solvency. That's very positive. Current ratios, negative. Quick ratio. Again, this may be their debt impacting the current ratio, the quick ratio, etc. Altman Z is good. So solvency looks good. Overall fundamentals don't look bad. Analyst ratings, 79% buy. We've got some strong buys, some holds. Analyst ratings are pretty relatively steady. Got a mean price target of 31, so upside, 10. And again, positive from an analyst standpoint. So we'll dig into the financials again in Webull a little more, but again, overall, doesn't look too bad. The recent decline, if it's coming out of that and swinging back up, that looks pretty positive so far. Okay, if we continue our due diligence on Corsair Gaming and Webull, I'm on the stock screen in Webull. If I look up Corsair Gaming, type it into the search bar, select, I can see a monthly chart. Again, we can see that nice bottom. Looks like it's swinging up. It's now above its VWAP, its volume weighted average price. Looks like it broke out through a resistance level recently. That looks very positive. If I zoom in a little bit, again, I see that upward trend. Looks like it bottomed out in the 18 area. If I zoom out just a little bit, again, I can see, okay, so it looks like it's starting to break out of this resistance level. And we saw that in the longer term charts in ChartMill and in FinViz. So looks like it's trying to break out. Looks very positive. If you're a breakout type trader, a momentum type trader, this looks very positive. We'll do our due diligence on some of the financials here, and then we'll draw our conclusion for our style of trading. So if I pull up this lower pane in Webull, I can get details, due diligence for a stock in Webull on the stock screen. We see the news, and we've seen this news in FinViz, etc. But what I really want to do is look at the financial trends. So we can see actuals. It's missed. It's been inline, missed, and now it exceeded. So again, was declining, and now it's rebounding. That looks positive. The balance sheet has been very, very positive, even though declining estimates. So they've been beating estimates. Now the estimates are coming up to meet the actuals. Cash flow has been their weak spot. Their actuals have been below estimates in cash flow, and again, that's the area to watch. That's the area of concern, is their cash flow versus their cash on hand. Financial ratios mixed. Look at their income. Net income was higher, declined, and is projected to decline. So that's a little concerning. Again, revenue peaked and is in decline. Again, a little concerning. And similarly with operating income. So these are probably indicative of the fact that they benefited so much from the pandemic, from the lockdown, etc. And then with the reopening, it's declining, and now hopefully it's reaching a more stable state and a more the new normal market. So if we look at their balance sheet, total liabilities is declining a bit, so they're paying off some of their liabilities. That's positive. Their debts to assets is declining, so again, that's very positive. Their operating income looks like it rebounded a bit and is projected to rebound a bit. That's relatively positive, and then stabilize. Investing, financing. Okay. So all in all, as I mentioned, it looks like it's trying to break out. It looks like it formed, stabilized, got a nice bottom, reached support, and is swinging back up. It's testing this resistance level. If it breaks out, it has the potential to swing back up for a longer term trend, or peak out at that 30 area and potentially hit some resistance in the 30 area. So again, the risk reward, it's not bad. It's pretty good. $10 up, about $7 down. We saw it's not the 2-to-1 that I typically would like to see, but it's not bad. Again, if you're a momentum trader, breakout trader, it looks like it's a good opportunity. In terms of a swing, I would kind of like it to come back down on some pressure on the tech on the NASDAQ and get it at a little bit lower price, one of these support levels, just to get a better risk reward perspective. But you know, again, it's swinging up, it looks positive, looks like it's something definitely worth watching. Look for an opportunity to buy if we get some kind of irrational movement in the markets where you can get a good price. They're profitable, looks like they're making the turn. We think Corsair Gaming is a good stock to watch, and given a good opportunity at a nice support level, we would be a buyer for a longer term swing, at least up to that $30 resistance level. And possibly, you know, if it reaches and can't breach that $30 pivot point, then that's where you'd want to take your profits. If it can breach that with some momentum, some volume, it has further upside potential. So, and if we want to see that upside potential, we could see the high up here was 48, and then if we go back to the weekly, we can see its all-time high is somewhere in the 51 area. So we've got a high here in the 49.60, then we've got an all-time high somewhere in 51. So, you know, 30, 42, 43, 49.60, and 51. Our tops are resistance points above 30. So, you know, again, once we get to this $30 reward area versus 7, we got a very positive. So if it does continue to swing up, the risk reward's very positive. Looks good. Looks like one we want to watch. If we don't get the opportunity now, we'll keep it in our database, and when it becomes a good value again, we'll take a look at Corsair Gaming. We like it. They're profitable. Looks like they've got a good market, you know, a devout market with gamers, streamers, creators, etc. They're also providing services that affords the opportunity for higher margin profits business. So again, all good, and we hope this all helps. Please let us know. Please smash the like button to share this with your fellow traders, gamers, etc. out there. Please choose to subscribe to our BeachBum trading community if you're not already a member of our BeachBum trading community. Please share this on your social media sites, and please put in the comments below what you thought of our due diligence on Corsair Gaming. What do you think of Corsair Gaming? Are you a user of their products? Do you like their products? What experience have you had with them? What do you think of this due diligence? Do you think Corsair Gaming is a good stock to watch, good stock to buy right now? And let us know. Provide us your feedback. We appreciate it. So good luck, and have a great trading day. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again, good luck, and have a great trading day.